Life at the pinnacle of global stardom is a paradox, a constant balancing act between immense love and overwhelming pressure. For the members of BTS, this reality has become increasingly intense, with recent events highlighting the dizzying highs and disturbing lows of their fame. While their influence can shape economies and global fashion trends, it also makes them, and even those close to them, targets for a level of scrutiny and hostility that is hard to comprehend. From online harassment campaigns spilling into the real world to the weight of an entire industry resting on their shoulders, the challenges they face are as complex as they are public. It's a strange and unsettling reality when a celebrity's pet becomes a battleground for fan wars. Jungkook, who is no stranger to the spotlight, recently saw the attention shift in a deeply uncomfortable direction. His dog Bam's Instagram account, originally created as a heartwarming space to share moments with his beloved Doberman, was suddenly hijacked by a wave of vitriol. Fans were horrified to find the comment sections flooded with hateful messages, some of which escalated to outright threats, turning a place of joy into a showcase of toxicity. This baffling campaign of hate seems to have its roots in baseless rumors that first surfaced months ago, linking Jungkook to Winter, a member of the girl group Aespa. Speculation fueled by supposed evidence like matching jewelry or attending the same gym ignited a firestorm online. Though never confirmed or addressed by either artist, the gossip spread like wildfire. Initially, Winter bore the brunt of the backlash, her social media swarmed by angry commenters. After a period of quiet, the negativity resurfaced, this time aimed squarely at Jungkook. Curiously, the attacks bypassed his official empty Instagram account and were instead directed at the innocent page dedicated to his dog. The comments, bizarrely demanding he leave Winter alone, painted him as an aggressor in a relationship that likely never existed. This has left many outraged and confused, with BTS fans rallying to flood Bam's page with messages of love and support, trying to drown out the negativity. Meanwhile, many of Aespa's fans have disavowed the hostile commenters, suggesting they aren't genuine supporters but agitators trying to sow discord between the two fandoms. This pattern of online negativity taking a bizarre turn isn't an isolated incident. In what many described as a shocking breach of fan etiquette and reality, a personal theory about V was recently brought to the attention of the Korean ambassador and a Hybe official. The situation began on a Korean forum, where a user laid out a convoluted theory accusing V of passively harassing his fellow member Jimin. The proof was based entirely on V's social media behavior, specifically his tendency to reply to fans who use tiger and bunny emojis, symbols associated with the Taehyung ship, V and Jungkook. The user claimed this was a deliberate act to isolate Jimin and encourage negative sentiment against him. Instead of keeping this fan-based speculation online, the individual took an unprecedented step. They compiled their evidence onto a USB drive and took it to a formal event in Mexico attended by high-level officials, including the Korean ambassador to Mexico and a representative from Hybe's Latin American branch. The individual later posted photos from the event, claiming to have successfully handed the USB drive to an official. The news sent shockwaves through the online community. Most people were stunned that a fan theory rooted in emoji interpretation was being treated as a serious grievance and presented in a diplomatic setting. The incident raised alarming questions about boundaries, with many describing the behavior as obsessive and a dangerous blurring of the lines between fandom and reality. While neither Hybe nor the Korean embassy has commented, the event served as a stark reminder of the extreme lengths some individuals will go to validate their personal narratives. The online world turned even darker when serious threats against Jimin began to circulate, prompting immediate and widespread concern. On October 8th, fans awoke to discover posts openly discussing plans to stalk and harm him. The situation felt terrifyingly real, with screenshots of the messages and the accounts behind them being shared rapidly. In a matter of hours, fans mobilized trending hashtags that demanded Hybe and its subsidiary, Big Hit Music, take immediate and decisive action. Many users pointed out that this wasn't a new problem but the culmination of years of harassment from a small but dangerously fixated group. The sentiment was clear. The company needed to move beyond generic statements and provide tangible protection for its artist. While Hybe has previously stated it maintains a zero-tolerance policy and pursues legal action against such threats, many fans feel their response has been insufficient. They argue that despite an official portal for reporting malicious activity, the same individuals often continue their campaigns of harassment for years. This time, however, the directness of the threat seemed to create a new sense of urgency. That urgency was reflected in the real world during Jimin's appearance at the Dior show at Paris Fashion Week. While his stunning outfit captured headlines, it was his impenetrable security detail that truly told the story. Eyewitnesses reported that getting anywhere near him was impossible. His bodyguards were unyielding, reportedly turning down every single request for a photo, regardless of who was asking. In a now viral anecdote, even the First Lady of France, Brigitte Macron, was said to have been politely denied. Fashion influencer Kim Jeon shared a similar experience, recounting that although Jimin recognized her and was friendly, his manager quickly stepped in to prevent a photo. The message was unmistakable. His safety was the absolute top priority. While some fans were slightly disappointed, the overwhelming majority expressed relief, seeing the strict protocol as a necessary and reassuring measure to protect him from the very dangers they had been fighting against online. Beyond personal safety, BTS also faces a different kind of pressure: the weight of South Korea's economy. Recent financial reports have positioned the group not just as artists but as the primary catalyst for the recovery of the country's struggling entertainment sector. After a tough September for K-pop agencies, analysts are now pinning their hopes on BTS's full group comeback next year. The prospect of a new album and world tour is being hailed as the major trigger that could revitalize the market, boosting album sales, concert revenue, and investor confidence across the board. Some projections estimate a staggering 150% increase in sales for their agency compared to the previous year. For fans, this news is a double-edged sword. There is immense pride in seeing the group's monumental impact acknowledged on a national economic scale. However, there is also a deep sense of unease. The expectation for them to single-handedly save an entire industry places an extraordinary burden on their shoulders, reducing their art to a financial instrument. It feels as though after years of driving economic and cultural growth, they are once again being called upon to carry the load, and fans worry about the toll such immense expectations will take. Amidst this whirlwind of danger, drama, and daunting expectations, moments of quiet authenticity offer a breath of fresh air. In a recent video for a fashion magazine filmed during New York Fashion Week, Jungkook provided one such moment when asked about his relationship with Calvin Klein. As the brand's global ambassador, he could have given a polished corporate answer. Instead, he spoke from the heart. He explained that his partnership with the brand wasn't a calculated move but a natural extension of who he is. "I'm just being myself," he said, describing Calvin Klein as a friend whose clothes he wears in his everyday life long before any cameras are on. His sincerity resonated deeply with fans who have long admired his grounded nature. In a world of carefully curated endorsements, his straightforwardness felt refreshingly real. This authenticity is not just perceived, it yields tangible results. During New York Fashion Week, Jungkook was the most mentioned celebrity, and his presence single-handedly made Calvin Klein the most talked about brand of the event. His minimalist, effortlessly cool style, whether in an oversized beige suit or a simple black trench coat, perfectly mirrors the brand's identity, making the collaboration feel less like a business deal and more like a perfect match. It's a quiet testament to the power of staying true to oneself even when the world around you is anything but quiet.